We are on day 5. And this cold still hasn't started, but something has started. We have a stream live on YouTube. Oh my god, this should have been on 4 days ago. This should have been on 4 days ago. I thought I was all prepared, and for some reason, no. Well, it's fine, we're there now. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Twitch. Good to see you, folks. Hopefully you're doing fantastically well. Good to see you, Wendy. Hopefully all's good with you. But yes. We are continuing the game jam today. We had a very, very interesting day yesterday where... Okay, in some ways you could look at what happened yesterday as a failure. You could look at it as a failure in that we didn't actually manage to complete the prototype that I was hoping to do, which is a shame. So we're technically slightly behind schedule. But the good news is we're also technically well ahead of schedule, because there's a bunch of stuff that we are going to be using later that I've already put into place. So that's going to be very helpful. It's going to save a lot of trouble. We are going to be very happy with life as and when this happened. Wendy is EB and Schleeby. That's a shame, but I will be watching you, Super Nerd. I am indeed a Super Nerd. Thank you for noting. Just immediately comes to mind. You know that like one class of Pokemon trainer, the Super Nerd? I think it mostly shows up in the Gen 1 games, but like sometimes shows up in later ones as well. Yeah, that's what immediately comes to mind for me at the moment. Yeah, comes to mind for me. Sorry, just had to make sure. Yeah, I'm slightly running behind today. Had to just send off the Blue Sky link saying that we have gone live because I'm so well prepared. Normally I would be more prepared. But yeah, no, not today as it happens. Wait, is my mouse acting weird? Why is wait, hold on. My mouse is, can you even see my, you can't even see my mouse right now. My mouse is for some reason stuck to the top of the screen and I don't know why. This is not good. Why is my mouse acting? Okay, right, can I unplug it? It's this one, this one. It was that one. Lovely. Right, plug it back in. Plug it back in. It's still stuck. That's a bit of a problem. Hold on. Yeah, you can see it now. Like up there at the top of the screen. Just up there. It doesn't want to move from that spot, and I don't know why. There's no reason. There's no reason why it should be stuck on that spot. Why is it stuck? What the flip is happening? Right, let's try moving to different apps. No. For some reason, it just doesn't want to play. That is incredibly strange. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I can't do much if this is happening. Hold on. Let me do a Google. Right, I'm supposed to be doing like my intro and everything right now. I'm supposed to do my intro, my plan for the day, how I'm feeling. I'm feeling not too bad actually, which is the good news. Mouse stuck on one part of screen. Not one wart of screen, one part of screen. I don't know how I got a W in there. Stuck in the middle of the screen is something that comes up. I don't care why, I just want to know how to fix it. Function key. Okay, as a function key. This is where I alt F5 and, you know, completely crash what we're doing, isn't it? Right, so... Oh wait, have I got function lock on? Or is it... I think I might have... Is that an unlock? That's not an unlock. Scroll... No, scroll lock's been pressed as well. But that's not it. I don't have a function key. Oh dear, this is a problem. Is there a function lock key? No, there's no function lock key. Okay. F5. That copies. This is a problem. Wait, hello Goliath, good to see you. For some reason, I'm having a very odd technical issue, and this is wonderful. F7, F8, F9. F9 doesn't work either. How's the suffering? The suffering is really bad. I can't move my mouse. Mouse settings and configurations. Update drivers for the mouse. The thing is, I don't think it's the mouse itself. The mouse is stuck at the top of the screen, look. What the flip? I'm not using a trackpad. This literally just started happening. And I don't know why. Oh god, am I gonna have to restart the stream? Oh my god. Like, restarting will probably fix it, but... I don't want to run scan now. What can I do? Right, let's see what I can do. Hold on. Try device manager. Mouse and other pointing devices. This could be any of them. This one appears above that one, so it's this one. Update driver. The mouse is not responding at all now. This is wonderful. Do we have a... That's it! The drawing tablet! Oh, Goliath, you're a genius. Yeah, I had my drawing tablet set up, and I'm not used to it. So that's what the problem was. Right, no need to roll back my driver. Right, it's fine. Hold on. Right, this is fine. This is completely fine. Problem solved. It's weird that it just happened now, though. And now it's not responding at all, which is very strange. Right, yeah, pencil's laying on top of the tablet. Right, problem solved. Assuming I can get the mouse to work. The mouse now is not responding at all. That's another problem. That's a problem. Replugging should do it. Yeah, I've tried it. I don't want to have to use it though. I don't want to have to use a drawing tablet as a mouse. I've done it before. It's not fun. Right, okay, maybe now. There we go. Right, okay, tech support stream over. We are now good to actually go. Right, that was somewhat embarrassing, but it's fine. It's completely fine. Right, okay, I need to adjust my position again because my ankle's doing slightly better today, which is good. But at the same time, it's annoying because sometimes I'm uncomfortable and I want to, you know, sit down. And then sometimes I want to sit up. Right, okay, now, diary. Where are we on the old diary situation? Let's see, so let's turn... No, keep that on. Yes, so last time, this is where I wanted to be like 10 minutes ago. Last time we got here, or rather, we were at the point where, would you close please? Why are you not closing? There we go. Yes, so we added some fun features to the engine. So we've now got toggleable text windows, which have backgrounds and text and all that jazz, which is very useful for doing VN stuff. And we can also make changes to elements, which is going to be very useful. And then we've also separated screen definitions and screen manager, which makes things easier to work with imports. But yeah, we've been getting too bogged down in details. So before, I want to write a custom CSS for Obsidian, got myself a bottle of wine because I'm not doing CSS sober interesting stuff. Yeah, no, not my forte. Not my forte is CSS. But still, very fun, very interesting. Hopefully you enjoy. Don't enjoy too much wine. The good news is though, I did actually take some time this afternoon to do a little bit of planning for what music we are going to be including. I listened to a fair chunk of the library and got a couple of options for it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 tracks for various moments. So between those, and considering it's a relatively small game that we're writing, it should hopefully be enough in terms of music to get the ball rolling. And what have I just sat on? I'm sitting on... The flip is that? Yeah, I had an electrician come along today and I think they left a little piece of wire cable coating on my chair. Why? So yeah, I listened to all the music and I've got some good leads on some music that I can use. I've also double checked the sources for the music and confirmed that at the very least at the time that I made the purchase of the music I have access to, the platforms did not allow AI generated music on the platforms. Which is very good, it saves a lot of hassle, but I will be double and triple checking because I do not want to include AI stuff if I can at all avoid it. This is important. Good leads, now we need the rhythms, yes, this as well. I also did a full plan on what the story of the game's going to be as well. I did have a rough outline already in place, but I've actually got things like laid out and like, okay, what incident happens in what scene? What does this mean? What does this choice lead to? And I've actually got like a full map laid out for how the game's gonna flow, which is very, very good. So very happy with this. This is very good news. What we're gonna do today is I want to do what we said we were going to do yesterday. We're going to throw together the actual game loop. So we're going to be able to pull the gacha, we get some shoes, we go to a different screen, we sell shoes, that gives us money, and then we can just go back to the gacha. That is the game loop. That is the base game loop. It'll take a little bit of kind of testing to turn it into, okay, now there's a fun game there. But once we've got the loop there, that allows us to actually test and experiment with it, which is an important thing. And honestly, I should have been able to do this a little bit sooner, but I suppose it is the end of the first week. It's not a bad position to be in at the moment. So, that's the plan. That's the plan. So, let's see. Do other people who need an oct of shoes need to pay a lot of shoes, need to pay more than those who need a pair of shoes? I currently actually don't have that much thought in here, sadly. We will hopefully add some of that thought. We will be adding some of that level of thought. And then hopefully we can do some more stuff later on. This will be important. So, how am I feeling? Ankle doing a lot better. Cold doesn't appear to be coming to a head. Fingers crossed, I should be able to go to work on Monday, which is both good and bad. Both good and bad, but I'd rather be there than not in the grand scheme of things. Monster Girls confirmed. What's this about Monster Girls? Or is this game accessible to spiders? I didn't even see the note about the spiders, but I mean, that would be very interesting. But no, I don't have any plans for spiders. I have plans for exactly 3 characters. Exactly 3 characters. That's all we got. So today's plan, we are going to complete basic game loop. We are going to develop outline of story. We're not going to worry too much about, okay, how do we actually like display the text? How do we store the text in the game and then turn that text into something useful? We will maybe be able to use CVS files for that. That's something to think about. Actually, no, that's a very good idea. We should totally do that. An octave shoes, a set of 8. What are you saying oh no about? You're saying oh no about something. I'm concerned now. Oh, the cold doesn't bother me anyway? Oh dear. Wait, what? Oh, right, it was, well, I knew that was a thingamajiggy thing. You're doing Python, use RenPy for it, please. See, I want to use RenPy. It would make things very simple. Text management is true harder. Yeah, no. I get you. I get you entirely. Unfortunately, I'm a moron. So we're gonna just do it live. It's fine. I'm too far. Unfortunately. A bunch of the code that I'm planning on using, like, I mean, to be fair, we might be at the what's the word? The sunk cost fallacy here to an extent. So there's a very strong argument for just using RenPy because RenPy is very good. Problem is that I can't use all the stuff that I want to use with the RenPy, which is a bit annoying. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I'm gonna try and not use RenPy. But if need be, if we're having way too much trouble here, then I will just end up using RenPy. But I wanna try. Just slightly escape the clutches of RenPy a little bit, because it's had a hold on my heart for over 10 years now. Right, okay, so what do we need for the loop? We need to be able to roll the gacha, and we need the roll gacha button to actually do something. Is what we need to do. So, we've got gacha results is here. So, what we're gonna do is we are gonna go to the game state tracker. We're gonna have a last roll thingamajiggy as well. That's gonna be useful. So let's see. Then we also need a function for set flag, state, self dot flags, flag, state. And get flag. Other self.flags flag. That's good. Def set last roll. Roll self dot last roll is roll. Def Get last roll. Return self dot last roll. What else do I need? Got shoes collection. Return shoes collection, that's fine. Add shoe. For this we need to go self dot shoe collection dot append shoe. Remove shoe self. Oh, got self already, I forgot. Shoe. Let's see. For shoe and self dot get shoes collection, rather self dot shoes collection, that's fine. If S is equal to shoe, then we do self dot shoes collection dot pop shoe. Here we go. Let's see. Been a while since I've seen some serious Python development. This is nice. Call this serious? Do you genuinely call this serious Python development? I mean, I'm going to take it, but still. Let's see, Goliath. I've had to deal with text-based games before. The text manager is abject horror. Also, RenPy is a lot more flexible than people think. This is true. Valhalla could be made in RenPy. I respect figuring out how to get this shit going. It's going to take too long for the game jam. Yeah, that is true. Like, this is going to be a factor. Figuring this out is going to be a hassle, not going to lie. RenPy does do a very, very, very good job. It definitely does. It does a really good job. And I know that it's very flexible. I've been able to make, okay, not like 3D open world games, but I've been able to make 2D open world games in RenPy quite happily and comfortably. It's not actually that bad. Like, I'm very happy with what I can do in RenPy, and honestly, I can see how I would do this quite nicely. If need be, what I'll do is I'll jump over to this, and you're well on your way. Yeah. Pie, I like me and RenPy, peas in a pod. I'm super happy with RenPy. Also, Hyper Bagel, thank you for the follow. Hugely appreciated. Hopefully you're enjoying and continue to enjoy your time here. Yeah, yeah, I do love doing lots of fun stuff with RenPy. I would like to do more stuff with RenPy. If it does come to it, most of the stuff that I'm including here, I should be able to port over fairly quickly. Like, UI elements, like, okay, stuff like UI elements I can ignore. The screen manager I'd be able to ignore. Like, I'm pretty sure I could port over to RenPy, like, even in, like, the last day or something, with only a significant amount of crunch. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I would struggle too much. porting over to Python, RenPy rather. But we're going to see what we can do in the meanwhile. We're going to see what we can do in the meanwhile, because I am nothing if not a masochist. So, what's next? What is next? What was I doing? I was looking at not the shoe generator, not the main function, not UI elements. What was I looking at? What the hell was I doing just now? Was it Screen Manager? No, it wasn't Screen Manager. It was the game state tracker. That's what I was doing. So we've got add shoe, remove shoe, get shoes, got flags, got roles, got money, good stuff. Yeah. I'm not too worried about porting over if need be. It'd probably simplify things. Honestly, like half the reason why I'm not using RenPy is because TV did a facepalm emote when I was talking about getting started on this. He did a facepalm emote when I said, "Yeah, we're doing RenPy," and then he just facepalmed. So yeah, if we end up not making some progress, I'm gonna blame TV. It's entirely TV's fault, not mine. TV. Also, I just noted that it's Kairos Goat Nuisance. Thank you for dropping by. Hopefully, your time here, enjoying your time here rather. I didn't realize it was a new person in the chat over there. So yeah, no, that's lovely. Yeah, we call this serious. This isn't really. Would you have facepalmed anything for Python for games? No. We know for a fact that TV just has a bias against Python in general. We already know that TV has a bias against Python. His mind is it's useful for like data science and like stuff for like not serious programmers, but it's too slow, he says. He says it's too slow. You should be using C++ or something else, maybe C#, maybe Rust. And I'm like, I'd like to. I've never said that. You've thought that though. I can read your mind. Actually, do I want to read? I don't know if I want to read your mind. I'll take that back. Actually, I don't want to read your. Dear me. Okay. Where was I? Okay, so we've done all this. This is stuff that is necessary to be able to add stuff to Gacha. This is fine. We do have a work in progress shoe calculation function. I'm gonna have to move that elsewhere though. I might actually make it a game state tracker function. I think I will actually. So value test. Yeah. So all this section here. We don't need to generate. We don't need to do a scale. What's this scale do? Oh, we've only got the calculation for the age factor. And then the value. Right, okay, we're gonna have to copy most of this in. This section here about age is pretty good. It's pretty good. Let's see. The thing is that Python doesn't really have good game engines. Okay, just because it can't do like a big 3D engine flawlessly doesn't mean that it can't be used for games. Realize it's RenPy for making games and not Python in general. I'm wondering what you'd actually not hate for Python game development. So is everything games? Because then it's fair. Yeah, no. Python for games, not necessarily the best thing to go to. RenPy is an exception. Small game projects, an exception. Like, I'm happy to, I'm more or less just playing around here. Like, am I a full development studio? No. I'm literally one person sitting in their living room playing around with this stuff. It can be used for games. How good the games will end up being is going to be a very subjective thing. RenPy is definitely stand out in terms of quality for Python. But that's not to say you can't do anything good with Python. Not to say at all. RenPy is just extremely well thought out. It just happens to be Python, yes. And very good at what it does. Yeah, we need a different value calculator. We do need a different value calculator. Not small games, just RenPy. For small games, it's Game Maker, Godot, Rust. Wait, Rust for small games? Really? What does Rust have for small games? In what way is it better for development? That's interesting. I'm curious. Because a lot of people swear by Rust. And I do want to get back into it. Right, we do have value tests. We're going to have to come up with an actual value function, but that's fine. Oh yeah, I still have to do all the maths for the value functions. That's fun. Dear, we'll probably just, yeah, we'll do something really basic or something. We'll do a little scaling thing. Right, okay. Okay. Let's have a think about the screens that we're gonna need. So we've got the gacha screen. We have a roll gacha button. Then we need to display. Excuse me. We need to display the gacha results screen. So we're gonna pull just one button here. That's it. And then we're gonna have an element here. So, let's see. How do we do a grid? And also, I don't need that little widget floating. That's completely fine. Move that down. Where am I? Don't know, to be honest. Just not expecting Python for it. Ooh, shots fired. Shots fired. Oh yeah, I actually fully shut down my my browser, which is rather annoying because now I have to hunt everything down again. What's it called? Pygame UI. I mean, there is Pygame, to be fair. Pygame's not bad, and to be fair, Pygame is what RenPy is built with. I mean, it's like an engine that's using like Pygame elements. Pygame's more like the lower level version of. It's more like the OpenGL of Python, as much as anything else. But yeah, definitely not a like game development engine kind of thing. Pygame's straight ass. Oh my god, I have bashed my head against Pygame so much. I mean, like it's good for visualizing things, but yeah, it's frustrating to work with. Like I've got my own frame rate calculation function just because the one that's built in or the solution that's offered for it is not great. I'd rather program a game in Qt. Right, what am I doing? I'm doing table. That's what I'm doing. Right, okay. So then we need to add an element. Those are tests. That's the common menu. That's the VN screen. That's fine. That's sales. That's a landing screen. Gacha results screen. There we go. Gacha results table. Pygame UI dot table. No. I don't know, maybe one day, I don't know, maybe for a future project, we'll explicitly go out of our way to do something crazy with Thingamajiggy. With RenPy. Maybe we'll go crazy out of our way with RenPy, and then maybe we'll even like just pick up like Game Maker. Game Maker's pretty good these days. I'll do something fun with that. My certified hating goes so far that I'd make a 3JS front end for a Python app before I'd code a 3D GUI. Yeah, but then like why would you want to do a 3D GUI for Python? Or using Python? You definitely wouldn't. Don't use Python for 3D. It's not the best for it. For a reason. Like it does have like okay, one of the valid criticisms for Python is that because it's a interpreted language, it runs considerably slower than a compiled one. Although to be fair, you can compile things in Python. It is possible to do. It's just not the most suited for it. So yeah, all of those little those little inefficiencies that come with that end up piling up exponentially when you're using like 3D, when you're using like a lot of vectors and what have you. So yeah, it's not good for those reasons. But I'm not using it for those reasons, so it's fine. But yeah, no, I probably will. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I want to fall back on this. Just it's also easier to customize things. Let's just go in ham. Also, because Python's extremely good at doing these calculations, even not at the drawing. Yeah, Python is good at, like, because Python is used so much for data science, calculations, no problem. I mean, of course, the Python functions themselves are written in like C++ or other languages, and then it just like has the Python wrapper around them. But still, the functionality's there, and it would be a sin not to use them. Right, Gacha results table, we want this. We just pretend Python doesn't exist and it's all Python. This is true. So, right. Position is going to be starting below that. Oh, that's interesting. Oh god, that's really interesting. Yeah, mild concern here. Let's see how this goes and hope bad things don't happen. We'll have it on 100. It starts at 50-50. We'll have it on 100, 100. This is fine. Width is gonna be let's see, 1080. No, not 1083, 1080. Height is gonna be, I need a colon, not a colon, and a comma. Height, let's see, that's at 50, and then we're gonna need 60-point font plus a little bit extra. No, it starts at 100. Let me make it start at 150. $100 up from the bottom. 470. Should be fine. Enough to work with anyway. And then content. We are gonna have, I need to do all this. You're doing pixel art, right? Probably. Also, no worries about the yapping Goliath. That is very interesting. Yeah, we're probably gonna fall back on pixel art. That is the plan. We are nowhere near implementing it yet, but that is the plan. I don't have much in the way of reference material for it either, and it has been like, God, it's been like 2 years since I last did any art. So yeah, we're gonna have to correct that as well. So yeah, but I did find one nice reference image earlier on today. I've been scrolling on Blue Sky for the first time in like a couple of months, and I'm feeling the depression coming from it again. Not really depression, it is fine. But yeah, I kind of, is there a way to get this to do more? It's more like a vertical list than a table. Maybe it paces things out automatically. That'd be nice. Yeah, I think it does. If it gains resolution 320 by 180, might make it yourself a lot easier. Pixel wise, ooh, that's Celeste's resolution. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm just gonna copy that just now. I'm gonna put this in the main function next to the constants for the to do. Stabilize. There we go. Okay, we'll have a little look at that then. I was specifically taken because it neatly multiplies to whole numbers and common resolutions. That is a very good point. That is a very good point. We will consider that. Maybe try it now. I mean, if we try it now, things are going to get disgusting because I've hard-coded a lot. Actually, yeah, I've hard-coded an awful lot. Yeah, I've hard-coded a lot of numbers. Right, that's why it's a to-do. We don't worry about it just now. I play around with that another time. It's fine. Now stop distracting me. No, keep distracting me. It's totally fine. What am I doing? I'm on Screen Manager. No, I'm on UI Elements. I'm adding the contents. The contents is result 1. I think it's going to be 2 rows of 5. Going to be 2 rows of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Copy that, paste that there. What are you doing all the way there? And we're going to use 0 indexing because I'm fancy like that. 1, 2, 3. You can't even see what I'm working on right now, I'm sure. I can barely see it. The resolution RenPy things are more like keep these suggestions open in case something comes up that doesn't make as much as the sunk cost after all. This is true. This is true. Because at most we're going to be doing 10 pulls, so that for content is fine. These are all placeholders. Pending adding more data after each pull. That's fine. Why are you unhappy? Expected list string. Oh, I missed something, didn't I? Yes, the open. There we go. So it's a list string now. Wonderful. Starry-eyed Ava, good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully all's going good for you. Your sound actively relaxes me every time I come here. I will pass that sentiment on to my musician, actually. Was chatting with him just earlier on. I do keep up with him. He is actually a friend. IRL, which is very convenient. So yeah, it's very easy to pass those things over. That's very nice. Didn't know comments could do that. Do what? Do what? What did you not know that comments can do? What, you can put like a comment like inside, like a set of square brackets or something, or is it the to-do thing? I don't know. Yeah, inside. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, like, all it is saying, yeah, just ignore what comes after. So you can put it anywhere. I mean, like, you can't put it like I couldn't put it like in the middle of a line, but I can put it after the end of a line. So I could like do that, and then put a comment here, and that's completely fine. I'll be unhappy about it because it's a typo, but I'll let you do it. Yeah. Remember doing this thing in sets with a lot of backslashes, just not in strings. I mean lists. Yeah, all kinds of fun stuff you can do. Right, okay, so we've got the template table in place. That's very helpful. So we're assembling the Gacha results screen. This is just assembling it as well. So this is going to be screens, not screens, screens dot add screen element. We are going to add. Wait, is it add screen element? Yes. We're going to add it to the gacha results page. So gacha results, and we are adding gacha results table. Lovely. Because yeah, this is one of the reasons why I kind of would prefer to do this in Python rather than doing it in RenPy. Just because like you can make UIs customized in Python, or rather in RenPy. It's just rather fiddly to do. Honestly, it's probably more or less identical to this, but I also kind of can't be arsed with that right now. It's not something that I've looked into, whereas this is somewhat more familiar to me. I don't know, my knowledge of programming is very spotty. It's embarrassing sometimes. But right now we've got the gacha results table, that's completely fine. We do need a button that will take us back to the main page, so I'm actually gonna decrease the height a little bit. Gonna make it 420. We're gonna make the width 840. And let's see, what's that height total? 570. So that's another 150, so another 75, so 225. 225, wonderful. Maybe as much work, but it's a lot more rewarding to make it yourself. This is entirely true. You're coding constructively, not destructively. This is true. I'm not fighting against an engine that doesn't do quite what I want it to. I'm building something that does exactly what I want it to from the start, which is a good thing. And we also need to add the button that returns to, I think, to the gacha. Oh wait, this is still set to funky? We don't want funky anymore. We decided we're not using funky. So get rid of the funkiness. Oh dear. Hold on. Yeah, this code hasn't come to a head, but I'm still a little bit not 100%. It's not fun. So yeah, this gacha roll gacha button. Yeah, we need to move this up to here, and then where's the line of code that we use? I'm gonna have to do all this. Yeah, we're focusing now. We're doing more or less what we were doing yesterday, which is fine. But we're focusing on something that's actually going to be a important game feature, so that's good. So roll gacha button dot funky is going to be equal to this, and that's lovely. There we go. Okay, so that now works. The roll gacha button clicking now does a thing. We do need to set more of the instructions for what it does, though. We do have a roll gacha. Let's see, to do add a roll gacha results function output should be a list of objects, I suppose. Slash names. We'll come back to it. And Chibi, hello Chibi, good to see ya. Hopefully you're doing well. Hello Fueo. Hello Carnelia. Hello Carnelia. The Phoenix has been bullied. We've been bullying the Phoenix and I wasn't invited. Shocking. No, thank you so much for the raid, Chibi. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hello Carnelia. Hopefully everyone's enjoying themselves. Yeah, for those who are unfamiliar with me, I'm Melanie. I'm currently in the middle of a 2-week-long game jam. We are currently debating the benefits of programming in Python versus just using RenPy versus using like literally any other game engine. So this is fun. Elden Ring was the bully. Oh, very nice. I hope you... Or Elden was the bully. Wait, who's Elden? Or were you playing Elden Ring? Were you playing Elden Ring? Gotta give you a shout out so that I actually see what you were up to. What were you up to? Elden Ring, you're doing a level 1 run. Oh my goodness. Wait, so if we're talking like an Elden Ring run. Oh crap, I forgot my oven. You put your oven apart? Huh? You took your oven apart? Okay, that doesn't sound very good. Dear, no, take care with the oven there, Goliath. The door's off. Ah, interesting. Well, have fun with that. But yeah, Chibi, if we're talking a level 1 run, are we talking a soul level 1? Or are we talking you've picked a class and you're not leveling it up from there? Because the deprived class is there. Don't you know that oven doors just come off like that? Makes it easy to clean. Good point, actually. I was not aware of that. That was not the department that I worked in when I worked in retail. Thank goodness. Have you never cleaned your oven? I never use my oven. I never use my oven. I have a halogen oven. Rune level 1. Oh, that's of course, right. Yeah, I never get the update from, like, souls to runes. It's fine. It's totally fine. So yeah, we need the gacha results function outputs. We need to do something... maybe a function just to return the names? Or... like, it holds these, and then we got to... Why am I scrolling over here? I don't just scroll over here. Yeah, we need a function that returns only the names for last roll, as well as the data. But we'll come back to that thought. Apologies, had to sneeze. That was a miracle that I got that clicked. No leveling aside from weapons. Oh, very interesting. That sounds like a very good challenge. Where are you stuck, by the way? Granted, I will probably not be very much help. As far as I got in Elden Ring was the mountaintops of the giants. You know that bit where there's the big bridge? I'm pretty sure I just like went into a dungeon down there and like never came back up in the mountaintops of the giants. That was fun. Yeah, that was like, oh god, that was last year actually. Have I not played Elden Ring in over a year? Man, time flies. Anyway. Yeah, where'd you get to though? I want to know. But of course, if you do need to get some rest, get some food. I know it's late for you, Carnelia. I hope you got some decent sleep last night. By all means, do get some rest, get some food, get some drink, whatever. That dungeon, the mausoleum, people tend to get down and not get up. That's the nature of it. Yeah, I think it might have been. Yeah. That, like, kind of, you climb your way up to the top of, like, this bridge kind of thing. You look across and there's crags on your side and there's crags on the other side. And then, like, just before you go over the bridge, there's a dungeon down there. Yeah. It was going smooth, but I hit the wall in the form of a bird boss. Oh, wait, it's one of those... Is that one of the death birds? Burb on burb violence. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, I'm a bedge soon. You bedge very well, Carnelia. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for entertaining the sussy bird as well. It's very important. But yes, do get yourself some rest, Carnelia. Yeah. Oh, right, it was one of those ones. Wait, it's... Hold on, is that the one that's in the swamp around Raya Lucaria? I think there's one around there, if memory serves. My memory's terrible for Elden Ring though, so I might be very wrong. Either that or it's the one that spawns at the top of the mountaintops of the giants, but both of those are optional, aren't they? Both of those are optional, you don't have to kill those. Unless you're actually at the one that you do have to kill, which I don't know where that one is. But I've killed the other ones now, so it's probably a joke. Right, what am I doing? The one in Caelid. Oh, the one in Caelid. Oh, so there is one in Caelid. I'd forgotten about that. Oh, Elden Ring. Oh, Elden Ring. I wish I was better at Elden Ring. Not that I'm bad at it. I got surprisingly good at it, considering I was using just like a leveled up longsword. It's fun. There are death rate birds in Caelid. Apparently there's one. Doing all bosses, so can't really skip them. Not even the optional ones. I mean, fair enough, I suppose. I do love Caelid though. Caelid is like, it looks really intimidating and the place does hate you existing, but it's not actually that bad. It's Caelid. It looks scarier than it is. I've kind of noticed. It's actually pretty chill. Just watch the wildlife. It's kind of like London. Yeah, relatable. Actually, I've only been to London like once and I was fine. That was earlier this year, actually. That was very fun. I saw Baby Metal. That was very exciting. I was in tears just from the supporting acts. It was very, very good. Dear. So, what the feck am I doing? So we've got those. When we roll the gacha and we go to the screen. Yeah, so it's in the function to roll the gacha. The roll gacha button is in the screens. That's assemble main. Gacha results screen. But it's not running the function itself. The function itself is in UI elements. Roll gacha results. So what am I doing for roll gacha results? It is in the shoe generator. We've got our 10 pull test where we run value test. Why value test? Why value test? Why the what the flip am I? What am I doing? I had a dream about Baby Metal. I was the bassist in the opening act and I looked like Passan from Bocce in a Victorian goth dress. Fantastic. You know what's tragic? When I actually went to see Baby Metal, a couple people may already be aware of this. I've not posted pictures of it, of course. But I did plan on wearing this lovely, kind of like gothic Lolita outfit. It was all black and red with lace and a little headdress. And I got these cute boots for it as well that are like marginally too small for my feet, but they were the biggest size that they had. I just need a little bit more like under arch support for them and I can wear them fine. But yeah, I was gonna be wearing that, except it arrived slightly too late. Like a couple, like I had to leave on like the Thursday, and then they arrived on like the Tuesday, so they were late. And I don't have another excuse to wear the outfit, so ever since it's just been sitting in my wardrobe looking gorgeous, and I've got nothing to wear it for. I'll get to wear it at some point though. It'll be really fun. It will be. I can't wait. I genuinely can't. Right, we do have generate shoe as a thing. So we can generate the shoe. We can just generate the shoe as many times as we want. So what value text does, it returns index. Oh yeah, but it uses the entity component system, doesn't it? It does. Okay, that's kind of annoying actually. Yeah, I'm probably not using the entity component system properly here. This is tragic. Right, so the function for doing this should be in its own window, I think, or not window, it should be in its own file. So I'll make a new Python file. My ankle is very awkwardly sore, like if I raise it, it's sore. If I raise it and I'm sitting at a certain angle, it's sore, but if I put it on the ground, then it starts feeling like it's swelling up, which is not fun. Let's see, so gacha roller, which is fine, .py. Can you drum in those clothes? Then we should just found that band. I can actually do drumming. I can do drumming. It's been a very long time since I've sat behind a drum kit, but I can do drums. Unfortunately, it's got like a very kind of broad skirt, so I'd have to wear like some kind of spats underneath, otherwise you could probably see more than I would prefer. Maybe a little bit. But it's not actually that short of a skirt. It's like knee length or something. Do need to get a petticoat for it though, so that it kind of all works together better. I need more volume. More volume is necessary. Anyway, that's a project for another day. Nice little black petticoat. That would be nice. So what else do I need? Let's see. Definition for gacha role function and etc. Or functions. That'll be good. That's what petticoats are for, exactly. Not that I really know what those is, because I'm totally cis. Is that true? I've been given no such inclination. I've been given no such inclination. Dear me. Sure. Yeah, sounds believable. Right, so what do we need to import to be able to run the gacha role? We need to run the shoe generator. From shoe generator import all. What else do we need here? I think we just need that, don't we? I think we do. I think it's just that. So let's see. So we're just going to run gacha role, define gacha role, index is generate shoe, rather I should just do return generate shoe, that's fine. Def 10 role. Because, I mean, it's a gacha game, you've got to be able to do a 10 roll, right? Let's see, results is going to be empty list. Actually, if we do this, hold on. Let's make a quick little main function here. Let's see, print results. F name is main. That is not how you spell name. Although name with an I is very cool. I like that actually. Right. Run the current file, please. This gives us print results dot. Oh, right. 10 roll function call. And it just gives us an empty list. That's annoying. What if we just make it an empty string? That will do nicely. Okay. Rightio. So now results is going to be that, and then we're going to set results n. Oh no, results n equals gacha roll for n in range 10. Is that gonna work? No, these comprehensions are weird, aren't they? Does it work if I do that? No, it doesn't do that. Why would it work if I did that? Why does that work? I mean, I can always do. Ooh, what's it called? We're gonna start working on our first song, a punk song called J.K. Rowling's Penis Envy. Dear, let's put it this way. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. Let's put it that way. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what is this again? It's called not a sigma expression, not a delta expression. Python delta expressions. Gamma function, isn't it? Yes, or gamma functions. TV, why am I here? Clearly just to suffer. The gamma function in Python, right. Been a while since I've used a gamma function, so yes. Wait. No, that's Euler's function. I don't want to use Euler's gamma function. What's it called? Quick function. What's it called? It's not a gamma function. It's not a delta function. It's a thing that you use to like create a function expression in like one line. But I forget what they're called. I forget what they're called. It's on the tip of my tongue. Python functions. Lambda function, that's it, yes. I found it before you, well, before I read what you said, Goliath. So I'm claiming the win here. I'm claiming the win here. This is fine. This is fine. Jiggles keys. No, I got it already. I got it before I saw. You don't get the points. Sorry to say. Right. In that case, can I just use... I can use a lambda function here, can't I? So lambda... How do I do this then? So lambda... We do need to have some variable. Lambda n where... let's see. No, this isn't gonna work, is it? Python list assignment with get lambda function. We'll see if we can do this way. Maybe too tricky. Oh wait, we can do... What if we do lambda L and N? When you said gamma, I thought, oh, you're going to take your rules extremely seriously. I take everything seriously. Have you seen my code for figuring out how old a pair of shoes should be? Or how old the attendees at the gym are? Do you know if I'm even planning on using that feature? Because I don't. I've got it. Let's see. So L... N. No, I know I want to know. It uses, what's it called? A log normal distribution. which, if you're at all familiar with the not Hertzsprung-Russell, it's the Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution. It looks quite similar to that. I don't have a screenshot of it, sadly. I might be able to run it, actually. Hold on. Where was that? That was in Shoe Generator. It's in Distribution Test. Lovely. So let's run it. This should still show something useful. There we go. So this is a log normal distribution. So something is a log normal distribution if the natural logarithm looks like a normal distribution. Like you take the natural, you take the logarithm of this and it looks like a normal distribution, like a regular bell curve kind of thing. So yeah, it's not visible. Why is it not visible? It should totally be visible. Oh yeah, because I changed it. That's why. What is this then? This is figure 1. There we go. Right, now you can see it. There we go. Right, yeah, just wasn't showing up on the screen for reasons. But yeah, this is it. So yeah, log normal distribution looks a bit like Hertzsprung-Russell. No, not Hertzsprung-Russell. I keep wanting to call it Hertzsprung-Russell. Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution, where it's got like an exponential. Well, effectively. Okay, it's not quite the Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution, but it reminds me very much of it. Where, yeah, you take the logarithm of it and it looks like a bell curve. So yeah, yeah, just does that basically. Yeah, fun. So this is the distribution I ended up using. It's not necessarily the most accurate, but it does allow me to like weight things in like nice and interesting ways. Like, I think it does quite a good job at representing, like, yeah, most shoes will be like 2 years old, or like 60-something% of gym attendees are between the ages of 18 and 44, that kind of thing. Similar to the reciprocal things I suggested. Yeah. But yes, anyway, I was doing a something. It was in the stat tracker. No, it wasn't the stat tracker. It's in Gacha Roller. There we go. So yeah, that equals Gacha Roll for n in range 10. Oh, excuse me. Unexpected syntax. You can't do assignments? You still can't do assignments? Okay, that's annoying. No, but you can run the function. So I could just make a little assignment function. But then why not just do it all in that assignment function? Now I'm just going to do it in a clunky and annoying look. It's fine. Although I'm just going to comment those out rather than delete them. Let's see. For n in range 10... results n equals Gacha Roll. So that gives me the results. Return results. So what this is then a list of indices. Then we'll also want to do... Ooh, do we need to import... Yeah, we need to import game state tracker as well. From game state tracker, import game state. And then game state dot dot shoes collection dot append results. So then this itself is just a list of indices inside. The shoes collection is just a list of indices. That's fine. It's literally all just indices. That's all indices. Because it's indices. It's from shoe generator. Shoe generator does use Esper. Did I not come up with a list of brand names? I feel like I actually came up with a list of brand names. I don't know. Oh wait, no I didn't. No, that's fine. That's fine. Also, Burdetta, thank you so much for the raid. Hugely appreciated. Welcome to the stream, folks. Hopefully you're enjoying your time here. For those who are... Oh, here you are. There's the brand names. Lovely. For those unfamiliar with me, I am Melanie. I am currently nearing halfway through a 2-week game jam, which is going questionably well so far, but yeah, we're having a good time. What were you up to there, Burdetta? What were you up to? What was happening? Let's see, let me give you a shout out. Let's see, you were also doing some software game development. What were you up to? Do tell, do tell. What were you up to? Do tell. I hope you had something good a brewing. Thank you. Had a good time building an AI engine and an SSH client with Tor and Wasm with no backend server. Okay, that sounds quite interesting. Interesting little project there. Somewhat beyond my own experience myself, but hopefully you're having some good progress with it. Right, we can shuffle this over a bit now. Let's see. What can I do? What am I doing? I keep forgetting what I'm doing. I'm very forgetful for today. Did I mention I've got a cold working on me? I've been sneezing and coughing a little bit. I do apologize. I will mute when I can. We will survive. It's not going to stop me from working on this. So we've got a collection of indices. That's all from shoe generator. So in that case, what I should do is I should specify a function that extracts the necessary information from the shoe. That would be very useful. Either that or I just standardize it. And even secure shell, how secure a shell do you need? I mean, to be fair, no security is secure enough, is my understanding. Just a good degree of compromise between needs and expectations and practicality. Let's do def. Get entity component. Entity component. So return Esper dot get component for entity. Entity components. That's totally fine. Usually comes into user error if done well. SSH with Tor would be near impossible to crack and track. Oh, very fun. Very, very fun. Let's see. Esper component for entity. I mean, that's basically what we're doing already. Just a nice little wrapper for it. Still, does make life that little bit more convenient. Although I'm probably going to completely replace it with something else right as we speak. I think for that we need to use game state tracker. Right, okay. I'm gonna move this over to here just so that I can keep track of where that is. Game state tracker. Yeah, let's do a function over here. Are we importing from... We're not importing from shoe generator. But we can correct that. Or I could just import Esper. I'll just import Esper, that's fine. That's probably fine. Way to correct against the man in the middle attack. Depends on whether the man in the middle is also part of the onion router setup. But even then, that's kind of difficult. Due to, you know, Tor being Tor. So then this is gonna be our function. Yeah, let's move this directly in here. So just cut that. Paste it directly in here. Get the self. Entity components. Why are you complaining? Maybe static. It's not static, I promise. Entity is just something. Ooh, but no, we don't want this. We want to do get get shoe component because it's specifically looking for shoes. Then it's going to be shoe. Then it's going to be shoe. This is fine. And that gets the component, it returns the component, and then we can extract further information from it. But that relies on knowing which index is... I mean, I suppose we would just loop over shoes collection, wouldn't we? Because as it is, getting shoes collection just returns shoes collection, which is just a list of indices. Add shoes, completely fine. Remove shoes, completely fine. Yeah, so let's get shoe entities. We don't need to get shoe per se, that's fine. Let's see. Results. Not show entities, shoe entities. Collection. Is it collection? Yeah, just collection. Equals empty string times length of what are we doing? Self dot shoes collection. That's fine. Make that a list. Actually, no, we don't need to make that a list. We can just leave that like that. And in fact, where did I do this before? Actually, no, I changed it, didn't I? Did I? No, I didn't. Rather. Where is my code from before? UI elements, no. Game state tracker, no. We're working on that just now. Main, no. My code is such a mess. Like, it makes a degree of sense. Some sense was had by the entity that created this code. We can say that much. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Right, so collection is that. For. Oh wait, that was for the gacha roller. Yeah, that was gacha roller. Sorry. We get rid of these braces. We don't need those braces. So I'm gonna run this, and that will tell us something. Why is that complaining? For what? For what? What are you complaining about? Line 47? And oh, it's complaining about over here. That's fine. Ignore that. Don't care. There we go. So that's actually... Oh. That's annoying. Oh no, that's fine. That is fine. I'm overthinking things. Right, that change is fine. That's good. Which means that is then fine. Right, so we do want this. So for... shoe and self dot shoes collection. Also, did I miss something? N range 10. Yes, it's range len. Okay. Then collection shoe is then equal to Esper.component for entity. No, not component for entity. It should be Esper dot components for entity. Oh wait, this is gonna be okay. This is fine. I don't need to do this every single game loop. It's a bloody better not run it every single game loop. But yeah, components for entity shoe. No, in that case, I don't want to. So for shoe and collection. Oh, this is annoying. I hate these kind of like where you're looping over two variable, well, it's the same variable but in different forms. So that's for the number collection, not collection shoe, it's collection. That collection's right. That's as long as shoes collection. That's components for entity. And that's just a number rather than the entity itself. So then it's self.shoes collection shoe. Right, that's now fine. I mean, shoe is an int, so that should be fine, unless... No, that should be fine. That should be fine. Return collection. There we go. Okay, so that will give us what the collection is. And then we can start playing with that later. Right, that's fine. This is fine. This is... Oh dear. Yeah, we can totally work with this. Right, that's fine. So this now converts it from a list of indices into a list of the objects themselves. Honestly, slightly starting to regret working with Esper. Not that it's bad, just that it's frustrating. Yeah, very frustrating. Remove shoe is there, so pop shoe. So for S in shoes collection, for S equals shoe. Esper dot delete entity S. Yeah, because then we're... Yeah. If anything's gonna go, it's Esper. At this point. I added it because it's a little bit of a pet project, but some regrets are being had. Right, how long have we been going? Nearly 1 hour 40. Great. And 15 minutes of that was having tech issues, so that's wonderful. Wonderful. Right. So now we're returning the actual collection themselves, or rather the shoe entities themselves, so that's fine. So I think I might want to make this a hidden function, actually. Because it'll make life quite a bit easier in some ways if I just make this a list. And then we do def get collection shoe entities self, and then we do return get shoe self dot get shoe entities, but then we pass as the list self dot shoes collection. Lovely. And then def get, what did I call it? Last roll. Get last roll shoe entities, because that will also be helpful. And then we just change shoes collection to last roll. Lovely. Then we just have to make a couple little changes here. So you can go to list, you can go to list, you can go to list. And this will be results. Fantastic. Right, feeling very good about this now. We can get a list of all the entities whenever we want, or we can just get the last roll. And I think we'll probably only actually update this when a change is made. Oh, ow, oh, ow, my ankle. Okay, ankle sore, ankle sore. I wanted to cross my left leg under my body, set in a funny way, but I can't because sore ankle. It's so sore. So then this we will want to run at various times. So we want to roll it whenever our roll is done. Not when every roll is done, just when another is done. Solo equals false. F solo rather shoe equals generate shoe. F solo return shoe. No. F solo I wanted that line. Keep hold of that line for later. Definitely overthinking things. Yeah, I'm definitely overthinking things, which is very annoying. I hate overthinking things. I'm very good at overthinking things, but it's not a good thing to be doing in situations like this. So if so, then we want to return... No, I don't want to return, we want to run. This line here... We're appending the shoe. Otherwise... Yeah, it's fine. We'll only actually pull that if we go to the gacha... Not the gacha results page, the collections page. Which is in the screen manager. Oh god, these functions that I'm not even using anymore. I think it's in the common elements, isn't it? Common elements says... Ah, my ankle. That's VN screen. No, it's in elements. What am I doing? That's VN screen. VN elements. Sales screen. So this will be game state. Get collection shoe entities. We don't need to include anything, that's fine. To do. Include this function on entering sales screen. Which is not to go here actually, because the actual button for going to that screen is here. There we go. Oh, that's fine. Then I can just do this. That should be it, right? Because now when you enter this screen, it'll update shoe entities. Ooh, but then it has to return something. Oh, yeah. Esper's causing more problems than it's helping with right now. I think I need to rip Esper out. Sadly, which is very annoying. How many screens currently actually use Esper for anything? Shoe generator does, which is a bit annoying. Screens is supposed to, but it doesn't. Screen manager doesn't. Screens we've already looked at. UI elements doesn't. Main is supposed to, but doesn't. State tracker does, but that's only because I've started telling it to. So the only thing that really relies on Esper right now is shoe generator, and if we make some changes, we can just remove it entirely. There's literally just 3 places where it breaks. Right, this is fine. I'll have to rewrite this entire function, which is annoying. And then these are just tests, and I can ignore those tests. I can literally just ignore the tests. Not having value test will be sad, but I can literally just remove this line and it still works. So then all I have to do is change how we generate the shoe. Yeah, that's the problem. Right. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. Right. What about over here? 2 places that it breaks. Literally just here. So I can just remove this line. That can be removed nice and easily. Result shoe, entity component for list shoe. This is going to be a lot easier. So we're getting the shoe entity. Actually, we don't need this function at all, actually, or this one. If we remove Esper, it will cause breaks elsewhere. Places that rely on, like, get collection shoe entities, but I'm pretty sure that's just been added in UI elements. Where's the common ones? That's title screen elements. Funky button, test elements, title screen. There's the common menu buttons, VN screen, sales screen. Yeah, so this is the only function that breaks, and we can just remove it entirely. Okay, that's actually a lot less painful than I thought it was going to be entirely honest. We can just have it run entirely off of game state tracker instead, because that's basically what Esper's doing. So I can live with that. So let's just go from game state tracker, import game state. And then there is all this going on as well, so these components and what have you. Sure, age is fine. Yeah, these are all fine. These are all just setting variables. Yeah, okay. So I just need to create... Yeah, I'm annoyed. I would have really liked to have done more with Esper, but I'm not the most familiar or confident with it, so it's fine. We can just rip it out. And it's testament to how little that I'm using Esper, how easy it is to actually take out and replace. So let's not worry about it. We'll just create a new class, which is going to be Shu. I know, very imaginative. So it's going to have... We will make it a data class, because it's going to make my life so much simpler. Have I not imported data class? Oh, I have. Oh, just as component. I'll just remove the as data class then. So now it's a data class. We need age, percent, and freshness. We're gonna need name, style, and color. And we are going to need owner details as well, and this is going to be so much easier to work with. I mean, now they've got the whole problem with like encapsulation and what have you, but I think I can live with it. Just comment those out. Now everything else is now crying, but that's fine because it's literally just in here. So now I can just do all this. Comment those out. De-indent those. Actually, easier way of doing it. Oh no. That's fine. Okay. So what I'll do is Shu equals Shu, which we will pass some parameters to. We can just pass them over like this. Name type, drop in first. If this doesn't work, I'm going to be very sad. It's going to work, but if it doesn't, I'll be sad. I've just ripped everything out. But it does have to be fun. Kill your darlings and all that jazz. This is not the place for it. Name type and color. Verdetta! Already the case, Tor plus SSH isn't new, but doing it from a browser with WebRTC is novel. Very good. Very best of luck with the project. And now we need to do these. Wait, why is name and type doing what they're doing? Brand owner. Do I not have brand name and type functions? Well, anyway, let's remove that. Return shoe. That should now be fine. Yeah, I should have saved the old one. Clever Mel. Oh, right. It's because set name style. Oh, right. So that's where name and type come from. That's fine then. And then we've got those. Owner age is apparently unexpected. For some reason, even though it ought not to be. Where is it? Name, age. Redeclared without usage. Oh, right. It should be owner name. That's why. Brand name. Brand style. Right, okay, that's what we wanted then. I'm gonna split this right though, just so it's a bit easier to see what's going on here. Excuse me, a bit sniffy. So it's a shoe collector gacha and pie game. You're basically right. You're basically right. It's a game about stealing shoes from lockers at a gym, selling them online for basically infinite profit, except not quite, and trying not to have the cute girl at the gym think that you're a weirdo, which may be easy when you think, because she might actually think that you're into her feet, which she might also be okay with. It's a tragedy. Trust. So brand name and then brand type. Is it brand name and brand type? Brand style. I had hoped to do a little bit of writing today, but I don't know how likely that is to happen actually. Considering this has ended up being quite a bit more work than expected. And yeah, you still want to set the owner age. Expected string but got int. Right, okay. That's the problem with the set owner age function, which is defined somewhere. So it's returning as an int. What if I just return it as a string? That should now be fine, right? Lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. Right, now I can clear all that out. There are definitely easier ways to do this. I don't claim to be good at programming, I just claim to be persistent. Right, so now we don't need get shoe component either. Remove shoes is fine, add shoes is fine, shoes collection is fine, roll and all that jazz is completely fine. We need to check the gacha roller. So it runs generate shoe and that's fine, otherwise it will add the gacha roll to results and then return results when it's done. And you need to be caps for false. Cool beans. We're not doing too bad. We are not doing too bad. Let's take stock of the situation. So Get rid of all references to the entity component system now. Pygame display, that's fine. Pygame for element and active screen.element. This is fine. That's all stuff that I've done myself. Screen update elements, that's something that I've defined myself. Yes, that's fine. Yeah, I did screen draw elements, that's completely fine. Update, FPS, that's all fine too. Let's have a look at game state tracker. Returns money, change. None of this involves the entity component system anymore. Lovely. Clear up a couple of those lines. Gacha roller just adds things to the list, that's completely fine. Importing from game state tracker. UI elements, this is going to take a little bit of time, but I think most of it should be fine. Can clear this. Oh, apologies, had to clear my throat again. I'm fully expecting tomorrow to be leaking, and not remotely an enjoyable way. I'll be leaking from my face. Usually the left side. Whenever I get a cold, I'm always leaking from that side, and then it moves to the right. I can kind of time how long I'm going to be unwell for. Right, all of this should be completely fine. I just set some main screen. That's the screens thing. Funky's completely good as well. Does it look like there's anything to worry about here? That's all just money added, that's fine. These are also just for testing, so don't you need to worry about those, just remove them at some point. Or do I? Money element. Ah yeah, this is completely fine. Oh no, it is! It does go to GameState.getMoney, that's worth noting. Very worth noting. It doesn't have anything to do with the entity component system, so I'm not worried about it. Elements in a list, that's very good. This is all fine, good. Check screens. I don't think I need to worry about screens for the entity component system. Get title add element. No, I do. Do I? I might need to check screen manager. Hold on. Self elements append. No. That's all element. It's a screen. Screen class is its own thing. Active screen, game screens, those are fine. Add screen element, no, this is completely fine, don't need to worry about any of that. Screens. Remove that reference to Esper. We can probably remove most of these imports actually. Save screen, main menu. Yeah, this is all just adding things. Or placeholder stuff. That's all completely fine then. Script manager we know is fine. Shoe generator has got everything sorted. We've got our list of shoe types, we've got a list of shoe brands. All these calculations are just numerical. Excellent. Right, I think we're in the clear then. We have completely managed to extract the entity component system that I was considering adding, but it's too much hassle. Certainly for a project like this. It's not a bad idea, this is just not the project for it. I'll definitely keep it in mind in future though. So, where am I? What am I doing? What's my name? Why am I here? Just to suffer or to get stuff done? Probably to get stuff done. There's the gacha button. So we've got the roll gacha button. Right, that's what we've been working on. The gacha system, yes. So we've got roll gacha. Gacha roller's over here and doing its thing. Twitch, coding, Mel. Also YouTube, by the way. If you scroll up a little bit. to a little while ago. To just before Burdetta raided, actually. There is a link to my new YouTube channel, which I am also live on right now. And no one's watching me on, because of course they're not. There's like 8 followers over there. Go follow me over there too. I probably will just be dual streaming, so, you know, stick to your platform of choice. But still, it's an option. It is an option, and it should be taken advantage of. It also has copies of all my previous streams, and will be my new archive channel going forwards as well, so if you want to refer back to stuff, it will be well worth looking at as well. Well, actually, no, tell a lie. My original YouTube channel, that's going to be archived. All the files will still be visible, you can still watch previous streams there, but it's going to be discontinued. Yay, you should have more followers here. We'll see about that. We'll see about that, Burdetta. If we do, wonderful. Also, thank you for dropping in there, Burdetta. Hugely appreciated. Also, good that I can see you down there. Very good that we can see you there. Yay, there we go. Oh, dear. Yeah, a little bit of congestion. I was a bit cheeky today. Pins it to end of stream. Yeah, good plan. Yeah, being a little bit cheeky today. This is one of those days where it's just like, yeah, with everything that's been going on, I need to just treat myself and be good to myself. So of course I decided to order junk food. Very clever plan of me. So I ordered a munchie box from a local Chinese takeaway, which I've had from several times. And the thing is, like, I usually just like nibble from it every time I eat at it, because it's huge. It was like £17, not pounds in weight, pounds in money. £17 worth of food. So what is that in dollars? It must be like, I don't know, $20, $25, probably like significantly more for Canadian dollars. But yeah, so it's like £17, and it's like a mountain of chips. You get like you get a couple of chicken balls, which are just like chunks of chicken covered in batter, and then you get like these tiny little, like, they're like chicken nuggets, but they're like more like popcorn chicken. You get big onion rings. You get some Chinese spare rib. You get salt and ground, like, well, not ground peppers, but like pepper flakes and seeds, and jalapeno rings. And there's just so much there, right? Like, it sounds like a lot of food, and it is. And the thing is, I have like a nibble from it. I have a nibble from it the day that I get it. And then, like, the thing is, I'll go back to it. I'll have some for lunch tomorrow. And then it'll do my dinner the day after. And then it'll do me lunch and dinner the day following that. So, like, as far as food's concerned for the weekend, I'm sorted. Oh my goodness. Definitely not efficient, definitely not healthy. But it's kind of what I needed. It's kind of what I needed. I know I had a big junk food weekend last weekend as well, because I was at the cinema, and that necessitates eating out. Literally all weekend. It was a film festival. It was very fun. But yeah, you end up getting a lot of food out and about. So I need some nutrition. A little bit of nutrition is required. Hello, Sid. Good to see you, Sid. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, no. I need some nutrition, especially considering I'm injured and unwell. But I was good as well. I have actually ordered a big food delivery. We've got 40 quid's worth of groceries being delivered tomorrow afternoon. And it'll just be a matter of shoving the fridgeable stuff in the fridge. And then I should have tons of juice and fruit. And by juice, I mean like fresh fruit juice. I'll have tons of actual fruit. I'll have milk. I'll have all the jazz. All the stuff that I'm going to need for the next little while. Which is going to be very good, because I don't fancy walking to the supermarket on a very badly sprained ankle. Hard pass on that. So yeah, that'll be fun. So I will be getting some nutrition as well. Don't worry about me too much. But yeah, no. I really just needed a lot of various fried foods today. The problem is it's not satisfying. Like, it fills you up and it tastes great. But like, even with your tummy full, I just want to eat more. Which is not good. which is not good. It's just empty calories. But it's fine. I'm pacing myself. Which is fine. Right. Where am I before I started rambling about what terrible food I've been eating? Yes, the gacha roll. Right, we've got the roll gacha button. The roll gacha button is defined over new UI elements. Let's hold that over here. Shoe generator is doing its thing. That's completely fine. We can probably close down one of these shoe generators. That's fine. Shoes, indeed, Valana. We've got shoe generator, which is nice. The gacha landing screen is over here. It's got the gacha roll button. Gacha roll button sets the active screen to gacha results. But we also need to tell it to actually roll the gacha as well. Does the UI elements import from the gacha roller? It does not. So, from gacha roller import 10 roll and gacha roll, I suppose. Let's literally just yeah, gacha roll 10 roll. There we go. So that's going to be responsible for running the gacha. There will be 2 buttons, but for now we're just going to put in the 10 roll button. I can, you know, sort that out later. That's gacha landing. That's this one. That's the add funds money. No, that's not the right section. That's gacha landing. There's the gacha roll button. And then we do GameState.ShoesCollection.append results. That's completely fine. And then it prints the results. And then we also have to do GameState.last roll equals results, and then we return results. That's good. Okay. So then I literally just have to do GameState dot wait, is it? No, it's not GameState. It's just 10 roll. But it feels a bit sad doing 10 roll just on its own, doesn't it? So maybe I'll just import gacha roller, and then I can like manually say what I want to do. I like that a bit better. So we're just importing gacha roller. And then if I go back down to wherever I was, here. So then I run gacha roller dot 10 roll. There we go. Now that looks pretty. Then we set the active screen to gacha results. Lovely. Ooh, now that's interesting. So, oh, ow, my ankle, ow, 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 ow. Oh, I hate this so much. I wanna sit in funny positions on my chair. Seriously, that's the worst thing about having a damaged ankle. I can't shift around. Like, seriously, like, am I in pain when I walk? Right now, if I'm careful, no, I'm not in any pain when I walk. Am I in pain lying in bed? Oh, practically not at all. Am I in pain, like, doing anything else? Like, I had a shower earlier on today. I much needed this shower, seriously. But I had a shower, and I felt pretty good. I was like, okay, like, I wish there was a bit more space in my shower. I could, like, stretch my foot out a little bit more, but it was fine. But what hurts my ankle the most? Just trying to sit in positions that feel comfortable. Posture be damned. That's the worst. Oh my goodness. Right, it's fine. So what we're doing here as well, we do need to have... Right, I can set the other one up under me though, that's fine. What I can do in the screen manager... Not the screen manager. Imagine bad posture hurting, I know, right? I think we could just go directly to the screen itself. So yeah, it's got the gacha results table. So then gacha results itself is a UI element. That's what it is. So then it's defined down here. Okay, that's quite conveniently close actually. So when the gacha button is complete, we roll the 10 roll, then we go to... Is it going to complain about it not being defined yet? It might. Let's see if we can get away with it. So, gacha results table... dot... content, or is it set content? I think it's set content. Set content, lovely. Okay, so how do we do this? It needs to be a list of lists. So we've got a list here, and then we want this to be gacha roller.10 roll. Wait. Oh right, this is fine. We can go results. Results equals gacha roll 10 roll. For the first we do results. And then we can do some list comprehension. So 0 through 4. And then results 5 through... Or rather, we can just do, yeah, everything up to 4 and then 5 onwards. And then that should work, right? And then that should actually update and show us what the results are. Let's just have a little look at what it shows on the results screen. It just should show the result. It's defined later, but it can be changed later. This is fine. Let's check the screens themselves. The roll gacha button exists and it has its feature. It's been defined on another page. Over new UI elements. Gacha results screen. We've got the gacha results thingamajiggy here. One thing we do need to do is add an element. So screens.add screen element. Gacha. Also, I appreciate that I'm actually typing the same thing on multiple tabs right now, but it's funny. Gacha results. And then for this, we want to add the gacha landing button. Right, okay, this should be enough to kind of go on. For now, we're definitely going to want to change around the screens just so we can move around where the buttons go. We want to change how this is implemented. But this should be enough to test just now. Hopefully this is going to work. Also, will you actually be able to see? Oh, screen manager object had no attribute, add screen element funky. That's in line 114 in screens. Where's that funky? 114 did you say? 144 rather. That's here. So just add element main screen. This is one I didn't change. Then it's the add funds button. It's already been sorted, so we can just remove that. That's fine. Any more funkiness going on? There better not be any funkiness happening on my watch. I went out of my way to remove the funkiness. Right, that's fine. Is it going to work? Oh, right, we're running the current file. That's fine. Just run the main function, please. Oh, and I'm going to have to change... Yeah, it's not going to display now because I changed this to show an image. There we go. Right. This is the... Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen this, actually. The work in progress UI. It's doing what it needs to right now. So, new game. Yes, yes, yes. We've got a bunch of lovely stuff. We can add number. That's very nice. If we go to the sales screen, there's a button that takes us back to the main screen, that's fine. VN screen, soft locks, that's wonderful. That's completely fine. We're gonna have to fix that. Imagine bad posture hurting. It's not the bad posture that hurts, it's my ankle that hurts. So we need to have a button that gets us out the VN screen, although normally that wouldn't be necessary, but I need to add one for testing sake anyway. So, here we go. So now I click Roll Gacha. Oh. And it's done something weird. For some reason it's only showing me... For some reason it's only showing me a 3x3 grid. But it should be showing a 5x2 grid. Well, okay, it's a 3x2 grid, but still. Yeah, why is it doing that? It shouldn't be doing that. Also, it's showing too much information. Right, okay. We need to go to UI, not UI elements. It's the button and screens. Gacha results table. So it's in UI elements. Yeah, why is it doing that? This should be... Not much of a gacha results screen, is it? Also, I do love the hello world element just running in the background. Just so happy to be there. Right, okay. What if I specify 0 through 9? Like, is that gonna work? Is there some limit? Try again. So, new game, gacha landing, roll gacha. Is it non-inclusive? I think it's non-inclusive. What if we do 5 here and then 4 here? Is that? Yeah, no. Oh yeah, it's non-inclusive ranges, isn't it? New game, gacha landing, roll gacha. Yeah, there we go. So that's for million. I can't actually see if these are because of what's going on. Right, where's the thing that sets what the results are? That's that. Okay. So now we need to be able to get the name. So let's go to game state tracker. We've got remove shoe, yes. Def. Get shoe. Oh yeah. Oh god, no. Oh god, Goliath. I'm starting to see what you mean when it comes to text formatting. It's not that text formatting can't be done. It's just a question of whether word wrapping is already implemented. That's gonna be the tricky part. There's content, rows and columns. Yeah, it's not really designed to have lots of info, is it? let's just get the most essential data. Get you key data. Last roll key data. So then let's try and do this with compressed lines because I'm a masochist. For entry in self dot last roll, for what is the data we need? Where's the shoe generator? There's shoe generator. We just need to see what the parameters actually are. Most important information. It's going to be name, style, color, age, percent freshness. So use an F string for this. Let's see, brand name. Why are you sad, by the way? Statement has no effect, that's fine. Right, we're getting there. Brand name. X dot. Brand style. X dot color. Yeah. We'll do this. That's the key data. Ooh, and we can actually do some new lines as well. Because we should be able to make basically infinite varieties currently anyway. And that should do the job. So that just returns a list of the last rule key data, which is lovely. Then we need to go back to UI elements. We've got the results, but we don't actually care about returning the results. Not yet anyway. So now results is going to be get, or rather, game state dot get last rule key data. Then this is gonna print that data. That should now work, right? Cannot import name brand names from a partially initialized module shoe generator. Most likely due to a circular import. Circular imports, fan-freaking-tastic. Where's it complaining? Game state tracker, line 6. I don't want circular. So I can probably remove that then. Try again. Happy days. Stripe can still add. Gacha landing, roll gacha. I said roll gacha. The roll gacha button isn't rolling, which suggests there's an error that's stopping it from running. We've had this happen before. So roll gacha button was clicked. Gacha results table, set content. Right. So clicked. Rolled. We'll find out where the problem is. We got results. Content set. Activated. Right. Let's see what's not working here. So it's clicked and rolled, but we're not able to get results for some reason. Why can't we get results? Is it because last roll isn't set properly? Why are you not working, my friend? The problem's in here. It's not getting results. Get last roll key data. I'm doing something wrong in here. Oh, just that, right? New game, gacha landing, roll gacha, clicked and rolled. Clicked and rolled. Nope, there's still an error for some reason. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Right, we'll just do it the annoying way. Let's see, for x in self dot last roll. Results equals Vinegar times 10. Result x equals that. Return results. Okay, that should now work, right? New game, gacha landing, roll gacha, clicked and rolled, but failed. Why? Why is it failing? Let's see. Try this, except exception as E, print E. Right, tell me what the problem is this time. Results, maybe reference before assignment. Should be happy now. New game, gacha landing, roll gacha. Shoe object has no attribute color. My god, the amount of hoops that we've had to jump through. You do have an attribute color. I promise you do. Goodness. It's color with a U. Instead of color with an O. Well, I mean, like, it's got a U as well, but it doesn't matter. So the error was over here, x.color. I'm going to insist on using the U. Screw you. Yes, we'll call it the screw you. Right, now this should run, right? All that hassle. I bet you my code worked. I bet you it worked last time. I bet you anything it would have worked completely fine. I'm just going to copy this. I bet you it worked fine. Aside from the little mistake. Oh wait, no, it was over here. Right, so leave that in for now. Gonna copy that, Control Z, make all my changes back. I bet you this is gonna work now. Braces, F string for F in last roll. That should work, right? New game, gacha landing, roll gacha. Look at that! Look at that. Worked completely fine. It worked completely fine. Wonderful. Right, I need to reposition this slightly, because it's slightly in an awkward spot. So I'm gonna remove those. I'm getting back there. That's fine. So this is on this screen here. That's the roll gacha button. Gacha results table. We can move it up a bit, I think. Put it on just 150. And we can make it a wee bitty wider, I think. I think we will make it the full 1040. Run it again. New game, gacha landing, roll gacha. So Yeah, it looks like new lines don't work here, which is very annoying. That is actually really annoying. Look at this! Oh god, what just happened? My tracking software has failed and now I'm incredibly smug. That's very helpful. I like looking smug as much as the next person, but my software shouldn't be crashing on me. Please no. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Wonderful. Right, where was I? Right, this now works. But these are not laid out nicely. In future, these will be icons, but yeah, that's kind of not great, is it? Like the layout of it. I can change the text. Can I change the text size? No. There's no option to change the text size. Excuse me, got hiccups. Oh dear. Yeah, there's no text size option. There's a hover color, a text color, a regular color, but there's no anything else. You can't change the size of the text inside. Oh my god, that's awful. Also, why? Hold on. Why is the brand name different? These are all completely out of order. Like, Rika, I'm pretty sure is a brand. No, that's the name of a person. That's a person's name. Not the brand name. We wanted brand name. Why is brand name different? Shoe generator? Brand name. Where's the generator? Brand name is set name style. Set name style is, yeah, it's a trust of brand names. And then the brand names themselves are in here. So why is it not returning a brand name? That's a problem with shoe generator. Brand name and owner name are different. It's a problem with the order in which, right, this is what the problem is. Right, split and move right. No, we just want to split right. What's going on here? So we've got the class here. And we've got this. So shoe age, shoe condition. Then it should be shoe. Oh, that's the problem is set freshness is missing. In brand name, brand style, color, owner name, owner age. Right, okay, we got it now. Except for some reason it's looking for an int there when it should be looking for a string, owner age. Where are you? Just up here. Owner age. It's returning a string. Did I change that again for some reason? String. Oh dear. Should be us now. Professor Pepper Ballet Flats that are drab. I suppose we should put color first then. That's an UI elements. No screens. No, it's in not Gacha Roller. It's in State Tracker. Yeah, move color up front. Cool. I just got stuck on the VN screen again. I need to add a button for that. Really do. Gacha landing, roll gacha, sea blue Nile shells and moccasin. Sea blue Nile shells, moccasins, pinky red Nile shells high tops, green yellow choker clogs, brick subtractos cowboy boots. I think that's bloody shit brown. There is, oh my god, that is actually a concern. This is why we sanitize our colors, because then you get things like bloody shit in your color, and that's a concerning color name. Oh my goodness, okay, that's helpful. Also, I noticed there was a problem with the UI element, not the UI element, it was with this. It's in screens? No, it's in UI elements, I think. In this function, yeah, because it should go from 5 to the end. Run this now, and this should be... No, is it 5? No, it's... Is it not? Yep, there we go. Algae coloured, all reliable jellies, light sky blue Unveil's high tops, pale lilac Mano high tops, snot coloured choker stilettos, almost black choker slippers, brownish grey Professor Pepper mucklucks, dark lilac Nile shell moccasins, off-white Pantera high tops. Oh my goodness, okay. There's a problem. It's that the text formatting is not helpful. It's not helpful at all. I don't know why these have hover colors. Do they have click colors as well? No, they just have hover colors for some reason. Don't ask me why. I don't know what I'm thinking. We're gonna fall back. We're gonna fall behind on writing here. The good news is this is fine. This is fine because this is the gacha. The gacha does work. This is fine. It may cause more problems for us later, but it's fine. Let's quickly do some more work to finish this off. We also need to add the main menu button on the gacha landing screen. Screens.add element. We're adding to gacha landing. And we need the main screen button. So that we can actually get back to the main screen, because that's an important part of the main loop. So we can go to the gacha landing, we can roll the gacha, we get results, we go to the main screen. Good, good, good. We can go to the sales screen. Right, we need a UI for the sales screen. I think better than using the grid. We need to change it. Yeah, we need to change the grid. It can't be a grid. Gacha results table. Where's gacha results table? Button, screen card, gacha results. Where is it? Gacha results table. That's the add money button, VN screen, VN text elements, VN body text box, sales screen card. Good news is this is the weekend, which means I can actually do more work. I mean, not that I could have done more work the last couple of days, but still. Where the hell's the gacha results table? Where is it? Oh, it's down here. Right, that's fine. Yeah, I think it can't be a table. Also, hello, Kurobachi. Good to see ya. Hopefully you're doing well. And yes, indeed, enjoy your lurk. We are making progress. Questionable progress, but progress nonetheless. Yeah, this can't be a table. This has to be a composite. It needs to be a collection of buttons that are all spaced out from each other, which means I get to invent a whole new element. We've got funky button, we've got toggle text. We need another one. Better grid, which is going to be its whole separate thing. Elements. Oh, does draw? Yeah, draw is fine. So we need elements. It does need to have a position. Or rather, this should be tuple int. It needs to have a width. Height. And it needs elements, which needs to be excuse me. Yeah, I'm just making my own UI elements at this point. This is kind of annoying. This needs to be a list of lists. But it needs to have something inside it. Strings. List string. And why are you complaining about width and height? With default values should come after those without. Right, and then this needs its own draw function. So we just override the draw function self window. Not windows, window. Okay. Max columns is going to be let's see. Python get longest entry in list. That'll be a nice function for this. Longest string in list. There we go. Okay, that's good. Max elements or self dot elements. Oh dear. Excuse me. So yeah, it's the largest list in the elements, which is fine. And then rows equals, rather columns equals that. Rows equals length. Self dot elements. That's good. Excuse me. So then unit width is going to be rows double over, rather no, it's going to be, or width, it's going to be width double over columns, rather self dot width, unit height is going to be self dot height over rows. Why are you unhappy? Oh, so this needs to be len max, that's why. So those are actually numbers, that's fine. Double over rows. We get unit width, unit height, that's great. Okay. And now we can do one of these double compressed strings. So whatever for and row No, we're doing rows first. Yes, for whatever in row, for whatever in... Well, that needs to be row. That needs to be column. Wait, hold on. And self.elements, that's fine. And then those are going to be elements. Can we just make those UI elements themselves? Like when the grid's created, we assign it those. Or do we assemble them here? I think it's okay to assemble them here. No, it's better not to. We want to use this to create the grid, ideally, and then we just draw the grid when it's there. There's not really a convenient way to do that. Sorry, my voice is really starting to go. Starting to get slowly, just a little bit more congested. Right, I can do this. I know I can do this. This is totally fine. Totally fine. What am I doing? So I'm going to change this to grid, rather. And then we're also going to have elements. Which is totally fine. So now, those get set to grid. And then we create... This is... This is create elements. Which is just going to be a list of... It's going to be a list of Pygame UI elements. That's all it's going to be. Let's see how far I can push this. So self.elements.append. You're gonna want these to be... Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Oh god, this is gonna be awful. Oh, this is hideous. This is not good. This is really bad, actually. Pygame UI sucks. Hmm. This really sucks. This is concerningly bad, actually. I mean, I could just make them buttons. I could just make them buttons. Just like plain old buttons. Like nothing exciting about them at all. Pygame UI dot button. And then button. Also, I love that Python UI doesn't actually come with an option to replace what the button looks like with a image. Like, you need to do some, like, I don't know, multiple inheritance to be able to make like an image button. Maybe. Very annoying. I mean, a button will do for now. So this does need to be an N for N in row. Or rather for entry in row. So how do we define a button? Position. So position's got to be equal to self dot position make it into another tuple self dot position 0 plus what are we after? Entry times unit width self dot position 1 plus entry times not times entry times no, that's not good. Entry and row, that's just gonna get us whatever, so row dot index entry. Then self.grid.index row times unit height. Okay. We're slowly piecing it together. This is really bloody annoying. So that sets the position. Which is fine. Label equals also wait. Oh yeah, we need to do a comma there. And the label. So then it's looking at the element. It's getting information out of it. I'm just gonna do an empty string. Width equals unit width. Height equals unit height. For entry and row for row and self-grid. Okay, that should do it. And then we need to do a draw function. For which we do need to use window, so we take that away and we add window here. Element dot draw window for element and elements. Or rather in self.elements. Right, there we go. Okay, new data class has been, well, not new data class. New UI element has been created, which is actually a good grid, which will actually look better than what I've got already, which is helpful. Because it's actually going to be able to, at least I bloody hope, it's going to be able to actually accommodate new lines, which would make life a lot easier. So let's just confirm how this works. So this takes the rows and columns and it turns them into, or rather, it figures out how many rows and columns that there are going to be in this grid. It finds out the width and height of each unit. Then it creates a button for each element, which changes its position relative to the position that the grid itself is placed, and relative to how many the position in terms of rows and columns it's been positioned in as well, with a standard width and height, and no label initially. Hmm. So create elements needs to be run any time that it's updated. That's completely fine. Just pass the grid, then run elements. So let's do def set grid. Then we do grid, which is going to be a list of lists of strings, which is totally fine. And then self.grid equals grid. And then we also run self.create elements, which will actually assemble the elements thingamajiggy, and then it actually looks right. So anytime it's set, the elements are created. Ooh, but at the start of create elements, we need to confirm self.elements is an empty list, which is completely fine. Okay, that's very good. That's very, very good. Okay, and then of course we've got draw, and draw is super easy. What is the next thing to do? Okay, this works. This works really, really well. I think this works really, really well. So we're going to use this down here somewhere. Yeah, the Gacha results. Gacha results screen. We've got the table. We don't want to use the table. We're using better grid. Its position can be the same, the width and height can be the same, the content is going to be I should change it to content, shouldn't I? And that's right at the bottom, isn't it? This is going to be content, and then we've got elements. Set content. So now we're overriding elements, but we're really just setting to the same. And then we create elements, and that's fine. Right, okay, that's good. We're using better grid, so content is now fine. We don't care about the content initially because the content is going to be changed on the fly. Why are you unhappy? Parameter elements unfulfilled, that's fine, I suppose. Oh wait, elements. Just leave elements empty as well, that's just necessary. Oh, I suppose what we can do is... wait, no, it's because it's a data class, it needs to be specified. It's fine, whatever. Probably not the most elegant way of doing this, but I'm going to do it this way anyway, because why the flip that? Saves a little bit of hassle. Just means a little bit more hassle later. Okay, so then we've got the grid, then we can go to screens. And we've got the Gacha results table added and landing button. When we move to that screen, it's from here. We can remove all these bits of text because they've served our purpose. Set content. Yeah, so we've got a function that lets us set content now, and this should be good to go. Actually, okay, no, it failed. Better grid object has no attribute updates. For element and self.elements. Element.update for element and self.elements. Why does this need to... Does this need? Because it does. So it wants an update function. Probably just for the sake of having one. I mean, toggle tech doesn't need an update. Funky button wouldn't, but toggle text, oh, it will. Def update. Just do pass, I suppose. And yeah, I suppose we'll just make a dummy update function. Yeah, that's fine. That should be fine now, right? Well, it's running. Gacha landing, roll gacha. It crashes again. This is annoying. Right, this is fine. Why is it doing that? Right, I wish I'd left the text in place now. That would have been kind of useful. I'm just gonna very quickly copy these update functions. Reverse a lot of my work. Bring my work back, lovely. Then we can go back up here. Monkey button does have an update function because it inherits it from button. You can have an update function. And you can have an update function. You should now be good to go. Tell me what's wrong. What is wrong? Okay, so it returns the results this time. That's further than it got the last time there was a problem. So it returns the results. It's got a problem with set content in gacha results table. Listless string. Let's see why that doesn't work. Try this. If I could spell exception, that would be wonderful. Right, now properly tell me what's not working. Better grid object has no attribute grid. Oh, that's because I changed something somewhere. Set content, why are you complaining about that? Has no attribute grid. Yes, it's these references to grid. Because we changed it to content and didn't update everything. That should be us now. New game, gacha landing, roll gacha. Okay, we got buttons now. Yes, but I do need to change how everything gets assigned now. So if we go to, where the fuck is it? It's all the way down here, isn't it? Or is it an element? It's an element. But we're on elements. Gacha landing screen. Should be right. At least I think so. One too many. And it's also given us no text. No, it's given us text, it's just that the color's wrong. Why is that giving me 6? Why is that giving me 6? Is that a problem with Roll Gacha, Funky Button, Better Grid, Decimal Contents or Elements, that's fine. Here, no. Shoe Generator, no. Landing Screen. That's a 10 roll. Gacha Results, Table.set Content. Results is game state, get last roll key data. Get last roll key data, fine. Shoe generator, no. Screens, yeah, no. Screen elements. Funky button. Gacha buttons, click. That's a funky button. Results is a better grid. Problems in better grid itself. Need to change the font color. So in button, there's the color, and then yeah. There's a button here. So color is going to be equal to 255, 255, 255. Text color can be equal to 0, 0, 0. Right, that should now make text actually visible. Assuming I've done it right. Nope, there appears to be no text. And something weird's going on as well. I'm gonna get it to... Just gonna get it to print self.content just here, just so I can see what content looks like. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is that only coming up with that much? That's not what content should be. So self.content is a list of strings. Self.content equals content. That's from set content. So there's a problem with set content then. Set content is set down here. That's where content is set. Because it's there. Print results. Show me what you got. Pretty sure it's my list comprehension code. But yeah, it's not giving us anything. Which is very annoying. Very annoying. Yeah, why is it just doing that? Why is it doing that? That's not appreciated. Get last roll key data, that's fine. It does get us 10. Give me the length of the results, please. Can you run? Oh, I just accidentally went onto the end screen because of other reasons I don't know. New game, gacha landing, roll gacha. What is 10? I'm only printing a few of them. So it must be everything up to 5. Hell. 0 through 5. Yeah, it's this, the slicing. Apologies, had to sneeze. Lovely. Not Python, not Pigthon. Python. Last slicing. Teach me your secrets. Start through stop -1. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 through 11 then, right? Should work. No, 5 through 10. There we go. We got our 10 by 10 grid. It's still not showing any text though, which is strange. They also don't seem to be acting like buttons. They should be acting like buttons, but they don't seem to be acting like buttons. Have I missed a step? I think I missed a step. We got the gacha results table there. Gacha results table is here. It is set. I think the problem is we don't actually have an update. Let's have a little look at the UI elements. I think at this point I'm gonna have to actually set UI definition for these elements into their own place. So this is a funky button. Toggle text. It is just a bunch of things all at once which draw all at once. Better grids. Content. Content equals content. Then we run create elements. I think it's a problem with the update function. It's definitely a problem with the update function. Let's go to Pygame UI and have a little look at what's going on here. So that's elements. There's a bunch of movie stuff, that's fine. Why is this such a long... And you say I'm bad TV for doing everything in one file. Look at this, this is 1800 lines! Excessive. That's text, that's image, okay. I mean, it all inherits from element, so is there an update function for element? Move, set position, set frame rate. Display, color, order width, get position. Toggle display. There is a toggle display button. There's a toggle display button. Oh, that's fine, whatever. Movement methods, I don't care. Jump, don't care. Update movement, don't care. I don't care about any of that. Basic methods, draw, update. Update, state movement and animation. I think I just need to inherit from element then. Yeah, I think I can do that. If I go, right, I can close you. If I have both of these import from element, that should be fine, right? So toggle text, import from element. And then for, oh wait, we can actually just use, yeah. Element dot update. Events for element in elements. Rather self dot. This is fine. Better grid also need to inherit from elements. Yeah, Peggy UI, we've already got element, that's fine. Updates. Events equals none. So we set this to event equals none, it should stop complaining, lovely. Then copy this as well. And we just swap that in for you. Because these are composite, they've got a large number of elements. They can do this. That should now work, right? New game, gacha landing rule, gacha. Something seems to have not worked. I mean, there are no buttons, which is good. Which is good. Like, we've got buttons now. Buttons are good. Problem is, it's not working. Crap. It's not working. Maybe we need to manually run update. We just run self.update after creating elements. Maybe this will work. New game, gacha landing rule, gacha. Still not working. This is ridiculous. Ah, dear. Okay. I am slightly running into a bit of a brick wall here. I'm kind of struggling to piece together what the engine wants me to do. Just a little bit. Why are you not happy? That was a good trick, just telling every composite item to update. So it does do everything. It does do everything as it's supposed to. Just for some reason, it doesn't print properly. What I'm gonna do is wait, have I made another silly? Have I done another silly mistake? Double text, better grid. Elements, it's in black, text color, it's in white, text color is black. Am I missing something basic? Got text color. Should be triple of 3 integers. By default. Yeah, it's already set by default. Why do normal buttons work, but this does? Oh, it's because of this. Ah, right, it's because we're setting label equals blank, which is not what we want. Okay, that's helpful. So now we've got the entry and row. So this is going to be... Right, that's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. So now, let's check the bottom here. We create a better grid. We do all this. Okay, so what we're passing in, the content that we are setting is the last roll key data. That's what's being passed in. And that is explicitly what we want to print. So we just want to put an entry here. And that should work. Right? New game, gacha landing, roll gacha. I want to flip my table. All that effort. And it still can't render a new line. Wonderful. Right, okay. I'm gonna have to do some thinking, I think. I think I'm gonna have to do some thinking. So, I think what's gonna happen is I'm going to call the stream here. This has been an interesting one. This one more than the last one. I think we have running into engine limitations, or rather we are encountering engine limitations, which are rather frustrating. Like, we can live with this. We can live with this. Nothing's stopping us from living with this. It's just... we could have much better, you know? We could have so much better. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna have a think about this. I'm gonna have a think about what we end up doing. Because we've got some fundamental limitations acting on us at the moment, which is stopping us from being able to make much progress. We can get around things, but it's not gonna be what I envision. It's not gonna be what I envisioned at all. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to take a little bit of time. Well, assuming that my face is not impossible to see through tomorrow, I'm going to take some time. I'm going to read over what we've got available here. I'm going to look into my options in terms of Pygame, Pygame UI, RenPy. Tomorrow, we might need to implement the Great Engine Shift, which will be horrifying, actually. So hopefully that won't be necessary, but if it is, we'll deal with it with grace. The good news is, well, I mean, I say good news. If I am actually able to, I'm going to assume that I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow. If I am streaming tomorrow, I can stream a little bit early. My delivery is due before 2:30 anyway. So I think, like, as reasonably soon after my delivery arrives, I can start streaming. Assuming I'm not incredibly unwell, we will stream for quite a long amount of time tomorrow, and we will see what can be done about these engine limitations. Honestly, we're gonna have to figure something out. We might be able to make another kind of composite image. We might be able to do something kind of similar to what we did with, where is it? Yeah, with what we did with the, not the toggle text. Is it toggle text? I think it was, yeah, it was toggle text, but it's not really toggle text. The way that we did with, where is it? It's down here somewhere. Funds button. Yeah, all this with the VN text window. Because that's really useful stuff. The way that we've got like multiple elements all together, and then we just add them all together in the toggle text element. We might need to just like make one of these. Or rather, we make one of these. We make a toggle text. Like a composite element. And display them that way. Like one that's just got a different element, a different text element for every section. It's going to be a hassle, but it might be a workaround. But I need to make that a project for tomorrow. I need to make that a project tomorrow. So where's my diary? Where's my diary? Where's my that's not my diary. Where's my diary? My diary is here. Lovely. Right, let's shut down the game. Right, okay. Achieved today. Excised Esper. Did more work on basic game loop. Jesus Christ, this is taking me too long. Did more work on basic game loop. Ran into even more engine troubles. Discussed migrating to Ren'Py. Oh dear, I am really starting to sneeze. This is not good. Next time, need to assess engine limitations and possible workarounds. New composite element similar to VN text window. Also really need to get started on script, because my goodness, I'm planning too long a script. If I don't have the script done like this weekend, I'm in trouble. Has to be complete by end Sunday. That needs to be done. It needs to be done by the end of Sunday. If it's not, I don't know when I'm going to have time. Honestly, I don't know when I'm going to have time to do it. I'm going to be too busy during the week. And I'm going to be too stressed during the week as well, because I'll be walking while rather unwell and having a sore leg and all that jazz. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. The Descent into Madness is... Okay, we've not really started Descending into Madness, but we can see the gates of madness. The gates of madness lie before us, and the gates of madness look like the week we have ahead of us. So let's pass through them over the course of this weekend, between a combination of my health continuing to deteriorate and the amount of work that is required to go into this project mounting higher and higher. But this is what I signed up for. I knew this kind of thing was going to happen. We have made as many efforts as possible to account for it as we totally could. We need to just deal with it. We just need to deal with it. If I need to cut sections from the script due to time, then that is exactly what I'm going to do. If I have to cut it down to basic intro, like barely even a game tutorial, and one scene and then the finale, that's what I'll do. I will literally just do what I have time to do. I'm gonna do what I have time to do. Nothing else matters than that. Nothing else matters at all. So yeah, this is completely fine. I will just deal with things as they come. Right. Okay, lots to be getting on with, and I really, really, really need some water and maybe some painkillers. Painkillers. Oh, I could have ordered painkillers from the shop. I might still be able to. I don't know. Can I change it? I might be able to add painkillers to my order. I'll have a little look after screen. But yes, anyway, with this all having been said, thank you so much, everyone, for coming along today. I really do appreciate it. Also, somehow I missed that Valana subscribed earlier. I think it's because I'm looking at the multi-chat, and multi-chat for some reason doesn't show new like platform-specific events. So I only just noticed it in my activity feed over there. Valana, thank you so much for the subscription. Ridiculously hugely generated of you. Generous of you. Valana, thank you so much. I feel terrible for having missed that. Where was that actually? I can't even... Probably it was only an hour ago. But I can't see it. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? There's Valana. I can see you typing. Or where you were typing. But for some reason I can't see it. I somehow completely missed it. I have no idea how. Total apologies for that. Or yeah, no, I did. Anyway, Valana, thank you so much. It is so appreciated. And yeah, special thanks also to Chibi and Burdetta for the raids. Massively appreciated. If you're still watching and you came along with the raids, or if you've just discovered me, please do consider dropping a follow. I don't always sound very ill, and I don't always take on such ridiculous challenges, but I am having fun with it. Like, I wouldn't be spending, you know, nearly 4 hours of my weekend when I'm already so run down working on this if it wasn't, like, arguably the most fun thing that I've had for a while. So yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it. So thank you so much for the continued support and interest. But yes, if you are not already following, please do consider doing so, either here on Twitch or also on the YouTube channel. Link is in the chat. And yeah, to everyone else who's been here, whether you've been here from the start, you came along partway through, I hugely appreciate it. Until tomorrow, please wish me well. Hopefully I'll feel okay in the morning and I'll be able to get some good work done. We'll see how I get on. But until then, take care of yourselves, be very good to yourselves, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye bye, everyone. Bye 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 bye. Bye bye. Oh my goodness. Yeah, something tells me that tomorrow's going to be an interesting one. Just, I have that impression, you know? Just got that feeling inside my nose. Oh dear. Right, where's my Twitch button? Oh, it's not even open. What the hell? I usually have Twitch open. Yeah, who can we raid today? Drop a little raid in on someone. Who do we fancy raiding today? I think let's raid Obakepam. Yes, we shall. But anyway, take care, folks. Speak it to yourselves. Catch y'all soon. Matane. Actually, sorry. Let's read a random, because why not?